Hello everyone. So today we are going to talk about the immune system. The immune system basically protects us from everything, pathogens, diseases and any kind of foreign materials. In the previous video of circulatory system of blood and lymph, we have already talked about pathogens. But what are pathogens? Pathogens can be viruses, bacteria, fungi, protists or worms. So these are not really good for our body, so the body needs to fight against them. So there comes the immune system. The immune system works in three lines. There are first line of immune system or defense mechanism, second line of defense mechanism and third line of defense mechanism. So the first and second line of defense mechanisms are innate. That means they are already in our body from our birth. They do not get adapted after the entrance of the pathogen. And the third line of defense is the defense mechanism that gets adapted after the pathogens enters our body. So in the first line of defense, which components of the body works, right? In the first line of defense, skin, mucous membranes helps to defend our body from the pathogens. The skin has many layers, so the skin actually works as a barrier so the pathogens cannot enter our body. And also the mucous membranes helps, the mucous membrane of our nose and any in our body, it helps. And then the second line of defense, in the second line of defense, there are leukocytes, phagocytic leukocytes that works. Also antimicrobial proteins, inflammatory system, fever, they all works together in the second line of defense. So for example, we can talk about phagocytosis, right? In that process, the phagocytic cells actually engulfs the pathogen and digests it and excretes it. So the pathogens gets killed. So in this way, the second line of defense actually works. So then comes the third line of defense. In the third line of defense, it's an adaptive mechanism. So the pathogen first enters our body and our body reacts towards it and it gives the adaptive immune system. So in the adaptive immune system, there are B cells and T cells that actually works. So how does the third line of defense actually work? So we can talk about an example. Let's say there are like two criminals, all right? They both are criminals, right? This is a common thing in both of them. But one of them has curly hair and another one has straight hair. So this feature is different. So the B cells and T cells or the adaptive defense mechanism actually marks them based on those specific features. So the adaptive defense mechanism is very specific. In a sense, they will always look for the special features and specificness. So B cells and T cells work in this third line of defense, and B cells, the work of B cells is called humoral and T cells mechanism is called cell mediated. As T cells helps to kill the cell whole, cell is killed or apoptosis happens, and in B cells there is antibodies and memory cells that are generated and helps in the immune system. So we have seen that B cells generates memory cells, which means in the third line of defense there is a memory. If the pathogens again attacks the body, the third line of defense will remember it and will work in the defense of it. So for first and second line of defense, there is not any specificness. First and second line, so they actually works against every pathogens. So there is no specificness. The specificness comes in the third line of defenses. So that was a brief introduction to immune system. Thank you.